Hello everyone, I'm Evan, and this is BattleBorn Productions' online video series, Villaging, Throwback Thursday version. In our Throwback Thursday series, we do an unscripted look at some of the older buildings and accessories that we have for our holiday villages. The piece that I'm going to go over today, from what I can tell from Department 56's online catalog, was Department 56's very first accessory that they made for their Snow Village Halloween line. It is the Trick or Treat Kids, and it's a three-piece set that was manufactured in 1998 to 2005. Okay, well, let's get a closer look at this guy. So a three-piece set, and we're going to start with our three-person set here. From what I can tell, this looks like an older brother who has been tasked with taking his younger siblings and friends out trick-or-treating. So he just threw on a ghost costume and his hat and is kind of along for the ride. Up front here, we have, and it's hard to see because it's very shiny, but she's got these green little glittery ribs. So I think we've got a little dancing skeleton here, and she's got her little pumpkin pail for collecting all of her candy. And behind is a little wicked witch who has her cauldron and a broom that she's dragging along, which just shows dedication to her craft, pun intended. Up front, we have what looks to be an adorable little, like, bat character, I guess. He looks like he's dressed as a bat, and it's very cute. He's got his little pail, and then there's a pumpkin right behind him, if you can see that. And it must be a smashed pumpkin, because that's only half a pumpkin, y'all. So not sure if he's being mischievous or what that is. And then the third piece to this set, as you can see as I come around here, is a little pirate character and a dog. So our little pirate guy is looking into his trick-or-treat bag, and the dog there that's dressed like a devil, which is not focusing on my camera for some reason. Our little dog there is begging for treats. Now, a little public service announcement, kids, don't give your dogs candy. Chocolate is really bad for dogs. Anyway, moving on. I love the paint details on these pieces. If you look at the very base there, you can see that the boy, he's dropped his pirate sword because he is so focused on his candy, and he's been apparently digging through the candy because you can see the candy that has been dropped on the leaf-covered sidewalk piece. And if you look at the other characters here, you can see that every single one of them is wearing mittens of some type. So my guess is they're out Halloween trick-or-treating in a very cold climate. Again, the paint on this guy is awesome. You can see the leaves and the sidewalk details along here. So clearly they're walking on the sidewalk. They're being very safe. They wouldn't be walking out in the street, which I think is cool. And this is the glossy paint that you see on a lot of the older D56 buildings. I find it really interesting that when Department 56 released their Snow Village Halloween series, the buildings that they manufactured were all kind of the matte finish paint, but all of the accessories that they released, or at least a good majority of them, were this glossy finish, which I think is really cool. It creates an interesting contrast. Even the gift sets that they had, for example, the 1031 Trick-or-Treat Lane building. The building itself was glossy, but the piece that is the dad that's taking the kids trick-or-treating, that's a glossy finish. So kind of an interesting contrast. I like it. So this has been, I'm going to look at it again just because it's glorious, the Trick-or-Treat Kids, and I ended up picking this up because I wanted some trick-or-treaters for my Halloween village. When I decided a couple years ago that I was gonna make a Halloween village, I knew it was gonna be kind of a trick-or-treat thing because I enjoyed trick-or-treating as a kid. I enjoyed taking my kids trick-or-treating, so that's what I wanted to make. So I decided I need some trick-or-treaters in my Halloween village and looked this guy up on eBay, and turns out, happy coincidence, this was one of the first accessory pieces that Department 56 made. If you can find these pieces online, which is relatively easy, you want to double check, make sure that it has all of these add-ons here, like their bits that they're trick-or-treating with, because this wire right here It's really hard to see, but the wire here will detach from the glossy paint. So before I did this review, I actually had to fix these guys to glue them back on, and then the little dog's devil horns you can barely see here. I had to glue those back on, and they're not quite 100% straight, so I'm not super happy with that. But make sure that the pictures that you see of this stuff online, that it's got all these bits, because they can fall off. Just being in the packaging, they can fall off, and you just want to make sure that you get everything that you're paying for, right? So this has been the Trick or Treat Kids from Department 56, manufactured in 1998, retired in 2005. Enjoy your villaging, and until next time, remember, hang on to those original boxes.